It's that time of the year again to cut down 8 drivers just down to 4. This time we're going to do it at Nashville Super Speedway. Let's take a look and see who is on the cut line to missing the round of 4. We got Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr. all below the cut line, while Hamlin, Reddick, Keselowski, and Bowman sit atop all 4 of those drivers. However, the gap is not that big. It's going to be quite an intense battle between all 8 of these different drivers, trying to see who will be able to get themselves into the Final 4. Only 2 drivers in this round have not made it to the Final 4 in their AAPCS career, and that's the 2 Chris's in the field, Chris Buescher and Christopher Bell, both of them trying to make their own history here today, while everyone else has been in the Final 4 either last season, Season 2, or the inaugural season of the AAPCS. Those 4 drivers were Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and Alex Bowman. 2 of those drivers in the playoffs still as of right now. Both of the Chevys that are left in the playoff field are both Hendrick Motorsports cars, but let's get to your ones to watch here. Chase Elliott, 3 points below the cut line as of right now. Again, we said it hasn't been to the Final 4 since season number 1. Missed out on it last season after he wrecked out at Gateway, barely managed to make his way through the first round of these playoffs. He's your Daytona 500 winner. Let's see what he'll be able to do here at Nashville. He was great here last year. And we got Chris Buescher. He's 8 points below the cut line. He had quite the season thus far, obviously making the playoffs for the first time in his AAPCS career, as well as getting his first career win back at the Brickyard 400. Quite the accomplishment there, but we'll see if he'll be able to make it to the Final 4 for the first time in his career. And another driver looking to make it into the Final 4 for the first time in their career, it's Christopher Bell, almost the regular season champion as well. He's 11 points out of the Final 4 as of right now. He is not looking too good points-wise, obviously, but he is looking to bounce back, as this is one of his stronger tracks, but he's starting a little bit closer to outside of the top 10, so we'll see what he'll be able to do. And then Martin Truex Jr., he made it into the final round last season. This is his final year, full-time in this series. Can he go out with a bang and fight for a championship? We'll see, as he's 10 points out of the Final 4. We'll see what the number 19 can do. Now, we talked to all 4 drivers that are outside of the cut line. How about the one guy that's barely in? He's 3 points in. That's Alex Bowman. He hasn't been in the Final 4 since season number 1, but he's been red hot recently. New Hampshire could have gone a little bit better for him, but today is going to have to be good because he is starting deep in the pack. He's got his work cut out for him. We'll see what he'll be able to do. And as we get the cars rolling off here off of pit road, let's get to your starting lineup here for Nashville. We got Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain, best buds this season, on the front row. As we got 2 drivers below the cut line, it's Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher in row number 2. And in row number 3, we got Stewart Haas Racing's number 14, Chase Briscoe, to the inside of Joe Gibbs Racing's number 20, Christopher Bell. And in row number 4, we got William Byron to the inside of Carson Hocevar, the rookie sensation, with Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace in row number 5. And then we got 2 dirt racers, Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick. 2 Californians, actually, in row number 6. That'll do it for your top 12 starting drivers here today, but we got more playoff drivers farther in the back, as in this row right here in row 7, Keselowski and Hamlin. Hamlin is basically locked in if you just have a good day, and Keselowski just needs a couple extra points in order to have that security. And then Alex Bowman, the one deepest in the field. As we go green here today, he will be out of the Final 4 by a good amount, so we'll have to see what he'll be able to do throughout the rest of the day. He is the lowest qualifying playoff driver, but we see Justin Haley rounding out the field in that Spire machine. Going to be doing a lot of adjusting, as he'll be going full-time in that car next season. And then we got your race facts here, presented by Spoiler Diecast. Ryan Blaney sits on pole. He won this race last season with 12 laps in a 32-car field. And don't forget to head on down to Spoiler Diecast and use code AAPCS at checkout to get 5% off and free shipping on all orders that are $20 and more. And as the pace car rounds off turn number 4 to pull down into pit road, we're getting ready to go green here. We are racing in Music City. Good jump for the bottom lane. The 12 of Blaney is going to jump out front in front of the two Chevys now. Elliott and Chastain side by side. Elliott's going to try and take... Oh, he gets loose in the corner. That's going to allow Briscoe and Chastain to take advantage as Briscoe goes from 4th all the way to 2nd, gaining 2 spots off of that one mistake from the 9 of Chase Elliott. Down the back they go. The Ford of Chase Briscoe is going to be chasing down the Ford of Ryan Blaney. As we now complete our second lap of the day, back here for the cut line, William Byron's passing the 17 of Busher as Busher's going to start falling back a bit. Bell now making a move on him. He's bringing this teammate Martin Truex Jr. with him. We're trying to get both of those Toyota cars in the Final Four as Busher's going to fight back around the outside. Bell back down on the bottom. He's trying to gain some more points. Both of them, all 3 of these playoff drivers in your shot right now, they are all below the cut line. They're all trying to gain their own respective ground as Busher rounds the outside to take that spot. And we got a battle for the lead, and Blaney gets loose. That's going to allow Chase Briscoe to go down to the bottom. He's going to shove it down in there, and he's going through the corner. He gets loose himself. Now Blaney's going to try and take advantage of that mistake. Elliott's now sticking his nose into the picture, and we got a caution. Playoff driver Tyler Reddick goes for a spin off of turn number 4. And he's going to stick it on the pit road. He's going to spin it around, right that ship, and let's take a look at what happened. And it looks like Eric Jones spun the 45 coming off of turn number 4. Can't tell if Jones got loose or... Oh, man, that's really close. You can't tell if that's intentional or if Jones just got loose there. And there was a prior incident to this caution. This is a lap before... Oh, wow, yeah, it looks like Reddick just absolutely used up the 43 machine coming off of turn number 4 the lap prior. And, yeah, that is 100% a retaliation from Jones. He will be parked for 2 laps here as Tyler Reddick got a little bit of service. He'll be trying to make up some more ground as we get the choose cone here. Jones will be 2 laps down after that penalty, but we're going to be coming back with about half the race left to go. Green flag's back in the air. The inside lane yet again gets a good jump. Blaney down to the inside. Oh, he's going to get loose in a chase sandwich as Elliott and Briscoe split him going off turn 2. Now down into turn 3. Elliott with the lead. Briscoe in second. Blaney falling off the pace, and there's trouble. Busher is on his side. Big crash on the front stretch. Playoff contender Chris Busher involved in a big one as he went on his side, ramping over the 12 car of Ryan Blaney. Coming off turn 4, let's get a good replay here, and oh my goodness, what a crash for the 17. Taking a slower look at it here, Blaney just got loose off the corner, went down the track, Busher nowhere to go, and the airtime that 17 got was enormous. And the 1 car got tagged by the 12 as he spun around, but he managed to right that ship and get it rolling. But Chastain's on pit road getting some fender repairs. But Busher absolutely destroyed Ryan Blaney. He's been winless all season long. Looks like that might continue going into Homestead. But a big crash for Chris Busher. That's going to put us with 4 laps to go here at Nashville in the Music City. Coming back to the green flag. Green flag's in the air. Elliott gets a bad jump on the start. That's going to let him go 3 wide. Briscoe down to the inside. They're 3 wide for 3rd now as Bell comes in out of nowhere. As Byron's trying to fight Briscoe on the outside for the race lead. Bell in 3rd. He's looking to get some more points here. Reddick only 1 point above the cut line, trying to make something work. He's in the back trying to gain some more ground, trying to make something happen as Bell is now hunting down these 2 leaders, Briscoe and Byron, side by side. Byron's going to lose some ground. Here comes Bell down to the inside for the race lead. Christopher Bell down to the inside. Briscoe going to fight back around the outside, but he's got nothing for him. Through turns 3 and 4, Bell now 5 points to the good. Here comes Briscoe back around the outside to take the white flag. Through turns 1 and 2, Bell is on his rear bumper. Bell is now 1 point to the good. Will he stick it or will he go for the win? Through turns 3 and 4, Bell gets loose, and off of turn 4, Chase Briscoe scores the victory at Nashville Super Speedway.
This is so good, dude.
Chase Briscoe, for the 2nd time in his career, wins in the AAPCS, and he does it against one of the Cup Series best in Christopher Bell. This is the replay of the white flag coming down the backstretch. Christopher Bell was in Briscoe's wake, but as he tried the higher lane, he got loose in that slick patch of the track, and Briscoe beat him to the line. And Chase Briscoe, possibly for the last time in SHR's ever existence, is going to take home a trophy in Nashville Superspeedway. Of course, Chase Briscoe wins the race, with Christopher Bell finishing second. William Byron comes home third, and Chase Elliott comes home with a fourth place finish. That could have been enough, but Martin Truex Jr. was right on his tail in fifth place. We'll see what will be able to happen. Chris Buescher, of course, not going to be in the Final Four after he almost flipped off of the 12 of Blaney. But getting to your points here really quick, it was a wild race here today to close out the second round of the playoffs. Getting to your points here, who will be fighting for a title? It is Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, and Christopher Bell by 1 point. Tyler Reddick barely managed to lose out on this chance to fight for a championship. He was in the championship for all the way back in season number 2. But now Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Chase Elliott will get their second chance to fight for a title, as Christopher Bell is here for the first time in his AAPCS career. Well, that was a wild 12 laps here in Music City, the second time that this series has ever raced here before. And this time Ford goes 2 for 2 for the Nashville wins. And Chase Briscoe is the second driver to ever do it. He'll be driving the number 19 next season, so we'll see if he'll be able to defend this win this time for the Toyotas, or if another Ford will come back and snatch the victory. But regardless of that, we got a championship to decide next week in Homestead Miami Speedway. The track that was supposed to be the championship race all the way back in season number 1 is back for season number 5, and this time we have Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell all ready to fight for this title for the 5th time in the AAPCS. Can Denny Hamlin become a 2-time AAPCS champion, or will any of the other 3 come through to win their first title? We'll figure that out at Homestead.